Hey Divine Feminines, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are new or a returning subscriber. I am Miya Jha, if you didn't already know, and I like to do readings here on YouTube from time to time. So today I just felt pulled to come and do a reading for my Divine Feminine. I feel like it's been a while, but not quite. But I don't know. I feel like we're just all going through the motions, going through just different things here in life, and sometimes we just trying to make it through the day to day. So I applaud you on that, Divine Feminine, because I know from experience that it's not always easy, and that's just real. Some days it is easier to get up and be in high spirits when, you know, things are good or things are going how you want them to, or I don't know, when you feel that alignment, when you feel that divine presence. But then there are times where you may not feel it, and it's harder to get up and move, or when you get stuck in the everyday life, and sometimes you could just feel like you're on a hamster wheel and nothing is changing, everything's the same, it's not getting better, or I don't know, so many different things that we experience in this human life. And yeah, so I felt the need to come here and do a reading for y'all today. So without further ado, first and foremost, one of the first things that came to me before I started was come as you are. I don't know who needs to hear that, Divine Feminine, but sometimes we feel like we have to show up as something different than who we are in this moment. Like maybe sometimes you are, you know, who you feel like you should show up as today, but then today maybe you're not feeling that energy today, so it's harder to show up that way. So I need somebody to hear to just show up as you are. Just show up, just keep coming, just do whatever, just show up. Sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes it's just about showing up, and that doesn't have to necessarily mean for other people. It means for yourself as well. So somebody needs to keep that in mind as well. So yeah, so the topic for this reading today is this is going to be a complete oracle read. We're just going to pull some oracle cards, and you know, I'll take whatever intuitive messages I get from it and share it with you. But we're going to do a small spread on where you are, where you're going, and how you're going to get there. So somebody needs some encouragement at this time. Somebody needs a boost of motivation, a boost of confidence, or even just a glimpse of, you know, what things look like, what they can expect on the other side of whatever it is that you're experiencing at this time. And yeah, so I just wanted to come here and be the light today, because there have been times where I haven't, you know, my light wasn't shining very brightly, or didn't feel like it for me, and then somebody else was the light for me. So I want to be the light for somebody else today. So whoever needs this reading, this video, in whatever space and time that you see it, I pray that it, you know, sets your light back up, lights up your fire again, you know. So we're gonna start with, we're just gonna pull, I think right now I just want to pull 3 cards from the, I forget what this is called. This is Work Your Light Oracle deck. So we're gonna start with where you are. Where's the Divine Feminine that needs this reading? Where's Divine Feminine at this time? All right, so where you are, we have the Mentakin card. I think I always pronounce that correctly. I don't know. But it says longing for home, belonging, the original light worker. So Divine Feminine, you, whoever this reading is for, you could feel like you just don't belong. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter how old you are or how young you are, however you want to look at it, or whatever the case. You just maybe never felt like you belong anywhere. You kind of feel like some of you just don't feel seen. Like you can be around other people, but you don't feel seen, or or you just feel like you just don't fit in overall. You could have this sense of longing for feeling like you do belong somewhere, or something is for you, or certain people are for you, or whatever the case. And it could just have you feeling very isolated at times as well. You know, like I said, you can be around people. You can have a lot of people around you all the time, whatever setting that is, but just in physical terms, but emotionally, mentally, just spiritually, you could feel alone sometimes, just like you're on an island of your own, even just feeling very distant even from others in a way, because with this water here, I feel like with this sense of lone energy, there's this sense of like distance here. So this is where you are at this time. So let's see where you're going, Divine Feminine. Where are you going? Where are you headed? All right, there's too many cards, so I'm just going to shuffle some more. We'll just pull the first one. Boop. All right, so where you're going, we have the Sisterhood of the Rose. It says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So with this card being the energy of where you're going, Divine Feminine, I feel like you're going to be, it's showing that you're going to be in a lane or some kind of leadership role of your own. But I also feel like there's a sense of connection here, but also a sense of individuality when it comes to that, if that makes sense here, Divine Feminine. So it's kind of like you like literally standing in the lane of your own. But also you could be some kind of like, I don't know, I want to say teacher, because you could teach the lessons of experiences that you have learned to others, others who either seek you, others who will or do see you. Because sometimes for some of you, I'm getting more so like this could be some kind of transformation that you experience or will experience. And I don't know, I feel like in a way it makes your light shine brighter than even what it is now, because you're already a light. But it's like it makes your light shine brighter so much in a way that it's like others can see it, like it can't be denied even. Because some of you've been feeling like this kind of lone wolf or just like an outsider or whatever the case your whole life, because it's like you can see, you know your potential, you see your potential, you know who you are. And it's like, it's kind of weird when the rest of the world or others around you don't seem to see that or sense that in you. But it's like when you get to, I don't know, you undergo some kind of transformation, whatever that looks like for you, Divine Feminine. It can be something, so it could be something you're not even necessarily aware of at this time, but some kind of transformation here is gonna, in some way, it makes your light shine brighter, and then all of a sudden it's like you can't help but be noticed or be seen, Divine Feminine. So that's what we have for where you're going, and then how will you get there? So how will you get there, Divine Feminine? Ooh. There's way too many cards. So I'm just gonna take, I'm gonna shuffle again. How will you get there? And then okay, so I'm gonna take, which one am I taking? I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take both. I'm gonna take both. Okay, so the first one I have, so this is how you're gonna get there. So you get a bonus today. We have the Imrama card. Y'all never know if I'm pronouncing them correctly, but hey. It says, where are you being called to journey to? So I feel like this is even you being able to trust the process, no matter where you are, you know, in your path. It's about, even if it looks like a long journey ahead, or, you know, it could feel so out of reach, out of touch, like even with that distance card I saw there. It's kind of like still taking the steps forward, because it's like you can see that there's another side to where you are. You just have to keep trudging ahead. So that's also important, where, you know, when I first started this video, I said come as you are, because the way that you showed up yesterday might be different than the way you're able to show up today, but the fact that you are still showing up is making progress. It's more so when we just kind of stand stuck and just kind of looking at the vision from afar, but not really moving toward it anymore, or we get halted, we come to a halt. I don't know, y'all. So, but it's like the fact that you're still showing up, no matter what that looks like today versus yesterday versus tomorrow, you're still showing up. So it's making a difference. It's pulling you closer to. So it's about, you know, trusting the process and just putting one foot in the other, because sometimes that's all we can do. Just put one foot in front of the other, and eventually you make it there, and you get there a lot quicker than you do just kind of lingering back, like, and, you know, kind of sit down and, like, you know, it's not working, it's not happening, just all these things. Instead, just keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep going anyways. Even if it's small steps, it's still a step, okay? So, and then also for anybody who you have come to a halt or whatever the case, sometimes you need that to find the strength to build yourself back up, and that's okay too. What matters is, you know, after, you know, you allow yourself this time, this grace, just whatever, to feel how you feel, because it's valid. It's like, okay, y'all know the saying when it says something about, like, when you reach your breaking point, you have nowhere else to go but up or down. But if you fall into rock bottom, you have nowhere else to go but up. So that's kind of around the same, like, realm of conversation here. So it's okay. I'm not faulting anybody for that, because it's just how it is sometimes we have to find that strength. Sometimes we don't feel that strength within us, and it's something else or somebody else or the divine, the most high, wherever the case, just miraculous even experiences that get us back up and get us going again, and it pushes us just a little bit closer to where we're going. All right, so that was important here for somebody, divine feminine, to just keep going, keep pushing ahead. I want to make sure I'm not running out of time, y'all. And then next we have the crumbling. So for some of y'all, it says, where are you clinging on to? So some of you could be, for how you're going to get there, it's saying there's something that you have to let go of in order to move forward here. Because for some of you, you can be very close or much closer to achieving something than you think you are, but it may not. You might, you know, you might be just right there at the threshold, and then you feel like giving up because, you know, you haven't seen or experienced, or, you know, the change that you're expecting or that you're desiring in your heart. So you just give up right when you're on the cusp of it. So divine feminine is about walking through and pushing forward anyways, even when you feel like you can't. Just taking even small steps. It doesn't have to be anything big. Like I said, yesterday's all you had yesterday is different from all you had today and tomorrow. So what matters is that you keep going, divine feminine. So lastly, I want to pull a few cards for you guys from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, and then I gotta get going. Okay, so what does divine feminine need to know when it comes to believing in her own magic or their own magic? Divine feminine is not just a her. Sometimes I refer to that. I say that because sometimes I can hear myself even speaking to myself. And then sometimes specifically it could literally be a female watching this at this time who really needs this. So who needs this more than, you know, I don't know. Somebody might identify as she, her. You don't have to be a male or female to identify with those pronouns. So if it resonates, it resonates. Okay, divine feminine. That's not what this channel is about. Like, if it resonates with you, if these are your readings, then they're your readings. All right. All right, just a few cards. The first one I have, Witch. It says justice is coming. This transformation is happening for you, divine feminine. Some of you, this card is a reminder to get ready because it is coming, even if sometimes, like I said, it may not feel like it, or you might not feel like you're close or you're getting there. It's coming, Divine Feminine. The fact that Witch is here, I feel like once you're being seen by others in like this way, that like others finally seeing you, seeing your value, seeing your worth, it's almost, for some, it's going to be like, you know, how did you do that? Or this must have been some kind of magic, or whatever the case, who knows. But just don't be surprised if you hear that or you see, you know, something around that, okay? And then we have Lavender. It says surround yourself with love. So you don't want just anybody or everybody around you in your energy, whether it's now or later, Divine Feminine. So this is about getting to know what love means or what love is for you, and then surrounding yourself with that kind of energy. And sometimes this can be small circles. Like, not everybody is meant to be, I put it this way, it's very cliche, but quality over quantity, if that makes sense. And then lastly, we have Library. So I'm getting like studying up on something, or getting yourself acquainted with something, getting to know something, but even getting to know yourself. But it says take control of your own narrative. So, you know, you don't have to be anybody else's puppet. You don't have to be anybody else that, you know, people might expect you to be or want you to be, or try to put you in this kind of box or whatever the case. Be who you are, and don't allow yourself to be, you know, don't let the world define you, or, you know, whatever the case. Be who you are, Divine Feminine. That's the only person you can be. And that's the only person that you can be best at being, is yourself. So I hope this reading was helpful for somebody here. Oh, excuse me. I wish you so much love and light. And I hope that this was able to, you know, this was a light for somebody who needed it at this time, because you just never know where people are. So I wish you much love. And until next time, bye.